Okay, right now we talk about vision. I always tell people whatever they are doing in life, you should make sure, or they should, whatever they are doing in life, they should make sure they have vision. Anyone that has come to year of accountability, how do I mean? You are already out of school, or maybe you are still in school, you should be able to have vision. And as a wise person, really, this vision should be battered. That should be of utmost, is it important to you to see that your vision is battered. People that do not have vision are people that get kicked off as they navigate the process of life. Vision keeps one going. I was doing a kind of example using a pregnant woman. I said of a pregnant woman, she has the baby in her womb, the fetus, then looking forward to when the time for the baby to come. But guess what? When it's time for that baby to come up, you just realize that the baby starts turning, and then let's say the body that was the other way around, let's say the buttock is down her, now begin to turn sideways, sometimes it's bridged, and then up until the head comes down, and then these babies try to make the signs, and that's when she's beginning to have contraction that you want to come out. That is the vision of having a baby. Has got to this point whereby the vision is said, it's time for me to speak. Bible says in God's word to tell us, will I call to travail and not to give birth? Everyone that has a vision, sometimes the vision before. Today we were actually talking to my husband, and we're like, we've gone through everything. The vision has been forth, but the word has gone forth, and we'll be pregnant with it. And since we are still alive, that means that vision can still be battered. No one should live life aimlessly, as though you don't know where you're going, without a vision. If you're a young man entering the university, or a young woman entering the university, the vision you should carry that moment is to see that you concentrate in school to pass your examination, and then come out with good colors, and then that you're coming out of school with good grades and good colors is batting of that vision that you had before entering school. Now that is now time for you to go get your certificate and then begin to apply for work somewhere. Truth be told, truth. And what is the truth? It's another vision, waiting for when the work will come, and then of course, and then you now begin to work there, and then later it will be another vision just for you to give your best in wherever parastatal you find yourself working, and then promotion now begin to come, and then someday you look at yourself, you wish you be among the directors or whatever heads. That vision being battered. But one thing, it's not all the story that I said that is the end thing that I want us to get today. What I want us to get today is that if the vision you're carrying is God's desire for you, however it is, you will attain. That means you will get there. You will sit on that set, because at the right time, as long as you're walking along with God, knowing that He is not called you for you to remain, in that, it's trying moment between the time when you're given the vision and when it will fully mature for it to come to pass. Trying moment. Those trying moments, at that trying moment, you don't die until you get to that place. Yours is to stay praying, stay, enhancing your mind to sit in the seat that vision is taking you to. Yours is to, do all that you can, align yourself working with people with right mindset. If you align yourself with people that have understanding, align yourself working with people that have understanding of where you are going. If you align yourself working with such people, truth is that you will get there. I just watch a video of certain ones and I discover that they have reason why they are projecting what they are projecting. And gradually over time, they are seeing the public and knowing they're not just subscribers, because sometimes we watch and don't subscribe, but it's not too good. When you watch people's video and you like it, just help them, just subscribe. All right. So you see these people gradually, people are getting to know them, and they don't want to call names, you know, and people are getting to know them, and they are achieving. Some have political undertone in what the message they are carrying. I have a young guy I watch. I think the guy is from Uganda or wherever, but because they call him the young president, he's projecting the uniting of Africa, and everybody's already seeing him that at the future, because I started talking early, possibly in future in life, God keeping him alive, they can just help him to sit on that seat. So vision can be everyone in leadership you see today, except those that are appointed somewhat, are people with vision. I want to tell you that every man marrying, I do a lot of relationship matter, and then I do a spiritual aspect, so I pray for people. Don't pray without having a goal you want to see, which is the vision. Why am I praying? I'm praying for something to happen. That's the goal, that's the vision. Don't also, get married without having a vision of where you want the marriage to go. Maybe because if you have a vision, if that thing you're chasing start having one problem or the other, you know how to fix it. You know how to hush, no, this is beginning to have a problem, and if we don't fix it, we might not get there. Some people get married, and at the end of the day, they are not looking at, how do we do to, make it better. They just keep going like that. When the husband is frowning, she doesn't care. When the woman is frowning, he doesn't care. When the children are complaining, don't care. They're trying to just be the champion in their field. When you're trying to be the champion in what concerns you, and you're not giving attention to the marriage, the vision of the marriage, for the marriage to prosper, for it to mentor a lot, and for it to be something that someone can admire out there. I'm not saying faking it, I mean real. And if you're giving attention to every other thing, you're not giving attention for the home front to be what God has designed it to be, from the onset, there's going to be issues. There's going to be issues, truly. We have to just handle it. We see a lot of people, actually, a lot of people that have problems with their vision, coming to life, especially when it has to do with marriage, and a lot of people that have problems, divorcing or saying, oh, they had this dream or they had that dream, and not seeing it mature. I mean, if it's God directing them in that area, those are the people that are not making any effort to see that their visions are battered. Everyone should think about why they are on earth and the processes. When I talk about short-term vision and I talk about long-term vision. If people don't talk about the short-term and long-term vision, they are accidents going to happen somewhere. So we encourage people to talk about long-term vision, and then the short-term vision, cool, because if you do not know how to move from this step to the other, how will you get there? I was telling someone, go to school. It's good to go to school. At least if you know that you're going to be requiring some degree for you to sit in an office, go to school gradually, acquire the first degree and acquire the second, and then the third, or else when it comes to that position, they might not give it to you. Why? Because you are not qualified. That means you are not working towards achieving the aim and purpose for your life, as in the vision. It's only impossible for why some people don't get it right or don't get there. It's not because the vision does not want to share, it's because the people are not ready. We are not nurturing that dream. Like the pregnant woman will be nurturing just to see that the baby is fine. She goes to scan, she goes to antenatal, processes. She takes her medication. She does what she's required to do. And the time of giving birth, she says, I don't want the baby to come. She cannot even stop it herself. The baby had to come out, or else something might just happen that might not be, good. So the vision is for an appointed time. The Bible says, though it tarries, wait for it, for it shall not tarry that long, it shall speak. And so we tell people, have a dream for your children, have a dream that you have concerning your husband, your family, where it's going, your business. Without a vision, without a dream, I'm not opening Bible, I'm going to do live later, and I might open the Bible. But without a vision, without, people just can't start restraint. So you don't give up on anything as long as you know that thing is viable and worthwhile. We see people woke up and they're not thinking about, example, their relationship, and they are married. They're not thinking about building step by step. She talks anyhow. He said, okay. She hears anyhow. There's no correctional measure for certain things that should not be. They're not putting any correctional measure to make it what it's supposed to be, and before you know it, there is problem. So that's what we are encouraging everyone to put their hands together and just make sure that visions that they are given, or the light that they are supposed to represent, begin to speak better than ever. Thank you very much, and God do you well. See you in my next video. Make sure you watch it.